Hello students, in today's class let us continue with exercise 5.4 in arithmetic progressions. So let us move on to the first question directly. Which term of the AP is its first negative term? So they have given you a clue also. Find n for an is less than 0. So what is given? Which term of this AP is the first negative term? So the idea behind how are we going to solve this problem is, first let us find our nth term. We don't know what is n. So just find what is our an by using our a and d, because we can very well find what is our first term and the common difference, right? So find our an, and we know very well they asked for first negative term, which means the an should be less than 0. That's what given in the question. So from that we can find for what value of n that an is going to be 0. So that will be the first term of the AP which is negative. Alright, let us see how can we solve this now. See what is given in the question: 121, 117, 113, etc. So our first term is 121, common difference is 117 minus 121, second term minus the first term which is minus 4. We need to find the first negative term of this AP. So let us start with an. An is a plus n minus 1 times d, which is 121 plus n we don't know, common difference is minus 4, which is equals to 121 minus 4n, minus into minus it will become plus 4. 121 plus 4 is 125 minus 4n. So our an is 125 minus 4n. Okay. So for the first negative term of the AP, they asked you to find first negative term of the AP. Therefore, so according to the question, an should be less than 0, right? So this implies 125 minus 4n should be less than 0. We need to know what is our n, right? So bring this 4n to the other side. So this implies 125 is less than 4n, right? So this implies 125 divided by 4 is less than n. This implies what is 125 divided by 4? 4 3s are 12, then 4 1s are 4, 31.25 is less than n. If you want to rewrite it, or n is greater than 31.25, right? When you bring this to other side, inequality will change, right? Inequality will change. So 31.25 is less than n, or we can say n is greater than 31.25. So 31.25 should be greater than 31.25. Therefore for 32nd term, an will be negative. Right? Why we have taken it as 32? Because n should be greater than 31.25. Therefore, we can write 32nd, or we can write 32nd term of this AP will be the first negative term. Hope you understood, right? Since it is going to be negative, we have taken an is less than 0. And one more thing you have to remember here is, when you change the terms of the inequality will change. When you bring the terms from one side of the other side of the equation, the operation will change, arithmetic operation will change. But when you bring the terms from one side of an inequation to the other side, the inequality will change. Remember, right? Let us move on to the next question now. Let us move on to the next question. The sum of the third and the seventh terms of an AP is 6. The sum of the third and the seventh term. Kindly read the question properly. Sum of the third and the seventh term. Sum in pathone immediately you should not take S3 and S7. This sum, read the statement correctly. Sum of the third and the seventh term, which means A3 plus A7 is equals to 6. and their product A3 into A7 equals to 8. Find the sum of first 16 terms of the AP. Here they asked you to find S16. So this is mere equation framing, solving and substituting, right? So I am leaving this problem to you. Hope you can do this. So what is given in the question? A3 plus A7 is 6. So you know what is your AN formula. In that you can put n is equal to 3. So you will get and n equal to 7. If you add, you will get an equation in A and D. Similarly, here also, but here it is multiplication. Again, you substitute, you will get another equation in A and D. Solve these two and you can find any one of the variable, either A or D. Again, resubstitute it, you can find the another variable. Once you know A and D, you can very well find what is your S16. Right? I am leaving this to you. Let us move on to the next question. A ladder has rungs 25 centimeter apart. What does it mean? This is the ladder and it has rungs. Rungs means the in between rods, which is 25 centimeter apart. So the distance between between two rungs is 25 centimeter. The rungs decrease uniformly in length from 45 centimeter at the bottom to 25 centimeter at the top. So it is given clearly. It decreases uniformly in length. If the top and the bottom rungs are 2.5 meter apart, what is the length of the wood required for the rungs? So they asked you to find what is the length of the wood required to make all these rungs, right? And we know, see, the topmost is, bottommost is 45 centimeter and the topmost is 25 centimeter. And it is clearly given the length is decreased uniformly, therefore it will form an AP. We know the first term and the last term. If we add these length continuously, we will get what will be the length of the wood required to make these rungs, right? So it is just SN formula. So to apply an SN formula, basically we need N. So how to find N here? If we know how many rungs are there in this ladder, then immediately we can substitute in SN formula and we can find our length of the wood required for the rungs. So how to find the number of rungs here? How to find the number of rungs here? So here it is clearly given the distance between the top and the bottom is 2.5 meter and remaining things are given in centimeters. So first let us find the distance between these two in centimeter and then we will divide by 25. That will give you the number of rungs, right? Because the distance between each one is 25. So if you divide the total distance by 25, we will come to know how many distances are there. But one more thing here you need to notice is the number of rungs we won't get simply by dividing the total distance by this. What else we need to do? We need to add 1 to it. Why we need to add 1 to it? It's a basic logic in math, right? Suppose if I ask you to find how many numbers are between 6 and 10, what we will do? We will subtract 10 minus 6. So how many are there? 4 numbers are there. Immediately we will say there are 4 numbers. So after 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, so 4 numbers are there. Suppose if I ask you to find how many numbers are there from 6 to 10. In the sense what we will do? We will find 10 minus 6 and then we will add 1 to it. Then only we will get the actual numbers, right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Therefore 5 numbers are there. Yes or no? So this is a normal procedure. After finding, if we need to know the exact numbers from here to here, what we will do? After finding the number, we need to add 1 to it. Then only we will get the correct answer. So after dividing the total distance by distance between each rung, we will come to know how many rungs are there. Then you need to add 1 to it. That only will give you the proper number of rungs, because 1 will be reduced if we divide the total distance by distance between each rung. Hope you understood. So once we find the number of rungs, then the job will become so easier, because directly we can substitute in SN formula. To substitute in SN formula, what are all the things we need? We need what is our N, what is our A, what is our D. If we don't know what is our D, it is enough if we know our last term. So in this problem, we know what is our last term. So we can use n by 2 into a plus L formula. Yes. So let us see how can we solve this now. Now see what is given in the question. Distance between the rungs is 25 centimeter. Distance between top and bottom rung is 2.5 meter. So as I told you, you should convert it to the same unit. So we are converting it. 2.5 meter means 2 2s are 4 plus 1 5 by 2 meter. Now 1 meter is equals to how much centimeter? 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeter. So how will you convert meter to centimeter? You need to multiply it by 100. So we got 250 centimeters. So number of rungs is 250 divided by 25. From where we got this 25? Distance between the rungs, right? From the total distance, if you divide the distance between two rungs, we will come to know how many rungs are there. So plus 1 we need to add. So we got number of rungs as 11. So clearly it is in AP because it is given, it's uniformly decreasing. With A as 45, don't make mistake with this because it starts with 45 centimeter and ends with 25 centimeter. So your first term is 45, last term is 25 and n is 11. So with this we are going to find our Sn, right? So what is Sn formula now? So Sn is n by 2 into A plus L. So n is 11, 11 by 2 into A is 45 plus 25, which is equals to 11 by 2. 45 plus 25 is how much? 17, right? 35. 11 into 35 is 385 centimeter. Therefore, this is S11. Therefore, the length of wood required to make the rungs is 385 centimeter. Right? Hope you understood. Let us move on to the next question now. The houses of a row are numbered consecutively from 1 to 49. Show that there is a value of x such that the sum of the numbers of the houses preceding the house numbered x is equal to the sum of the numbers of the houses following it. Find this value of x. So what is given in the question here? There are houses. The houses of a row are numbered consecutively from 1 to 49. So this is 1, 2, 3, etc. Likewise, it is numbered till 49. Right? Show that there is a value of x, such that the sum of the numbers of the houses preceding the house numbered x, preceding means before. What will be the number before x? X minus 1, right? So, sum of the numbers of the houses preceding the house numbered x. So, sum of the houses preceding x is going to be x minus 1, which is equal to sum of the numbers of the houses following it. So, we need to prove if we add the numbers from 1 to x minus 1, it will be equal to adding the numbers following it after x till 49, right? So, how do we know? How can we get these numbers? If we know what is x, we can write. So, how can we get the in between numbers now? What can we do? We can add the entire 49 and then we can subtract from 1 to x. Then we will get the in between numbers. Hope you understood. I repeat, there are houses from 1 to 49 numbered consecutively and there is a value x such that sum of the numbers of the houses preceding the house numbered x, which means before x, which is going to be x minus 1. How do we know that is x minus 1 only? Because it is numbered consecutively only. So, the common difference is going to be 1. So, if a house is numbered x, the house before it going to be x minus 1 only, right? So, till x minus 1 if we add, what we are getting is equal to the sum of the numbers of the houses following it. So we are talking the entire concept by keeping x in our mind. So we should not x there. We should not include x there, right? So how can we get the numbers between 49 to x? What can we do? We can add the numbers from 1 to 49 and then subtract till x from that, so that we can get the in between numbers, right? So that's what they have given you a hint here. S x minus 1 equals to S 49 minus S 6. In the question paper and all, they won't give clues like this. So you should understand and proceed your problem. Yes, let us see how can we solve this now. So what are we going to do now? We need to write S x minus 1 equals to S 49 minus S x. Right? So it is clearly an AFT because it is numbered consecutively. So the common difference is going to be 1. First term is 1. So now let us proceed with our solution. What is Sn formula? N by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 times d. Now we are going to first, according to the question, what we know, S x minus 1 equals to S 49 minus Sx. We need to find for which number this happens. For which number the statement is true. That's what they asked in the question. Find this value of x. Right. So let us find what is Sx minus 1, which is equals to, in the place of x, n, we are going to put x minus 1 divided by 2. 2 into a value is 1 plus x minus 1. One more minus 1 is there. D value is also 1. So which is equals to x minus 1 divided by 2, 2 plus x minus 2, right, into 1, so x minus 2 only. So plus 2 minus 2 will get cancelled. So we got x minus 1 into x divided by 2, right. So we can keep as such, mark this as 1. So this is S x minus 1. Now let us find what is S 49. S 49 is going to be 49 divided by 2, 2 into a, 1 plus n minus 1 is going to be 49 minus 1 into your d is also 1. So which is equals to 49 divided by 2 into 2 plus 48. So which is equals to 49 divided by 2 into 50. So 225 are. So 49 into 25. 49 into 25 is how much? 1225. Right? You can multiply. 49 into 25. 5 nines are 45. Balance 4. 5 fours are 20. 24. 2 nines are 18. 2 fours are 8 plus 1 9. So 5, 12. 10, 12, 1, 2, 2, 5. This is your S 49. Now let us find what is our Sx. N by 2. So x by 2 into 2a, a value is 1 plus n minus 1, x minus 1 times d value is also 1. So which is equals to x by 2 into 2 into 1 is 2 plus x minus 1, right. So which is equals to x by 2, 2 minus 1 is 1. So x plus 1. This is our Sx. So mark this as second and mark this as third. Now we are going to substitute everything in our question. What is our question? S x minus 1 equals to S 49 minus Sx. So what we got for Sx minus 1? X into x minus 1 divided by 2, right, which is equals to S 49 is 1225 minus Sx is x by 2 into x plus 1, right. Now simplify your equation. X into x is x square minus x into 1 is x divided by 2, which is equals to 1225 minus, since you have minus, to avoid confusion put brackets, x square plus x divided by 2, right. Now bring this entire term to other side. So x square minus x divided by 2 plus x square plus x divided by 2. We brought this entire term to other side. So it has become plus, which is equals to 1, 2, 2, 5. Right? So common denominator plus x minus x will get cancelled. So we got 2x square is equals to 2. Don't write 4 as a denominator. This is common denominator. We are adding. It's not multiplication. So 1, 2, 2, 5. 2, 2 will get cancelled. So x square is equals to 1, 2, 2, 5, or x is equals to square root of 1, 2, 2, 5. What is square root of 1, 2, 2, 5? It is 35. So plus or minus 35. So the value of x is plus or minus 35. But according to the question, x denotes the numbering of houses. The house cannot be numbered negative, right? Therefore, so you can write, since x denotes the number of house, it can't be negative. Therefore, x equals to 35. So you can give your conclusion by saying that therefore 35th house only will satisfy the condition which is stated in the question, or x is equals to 35. Hope you understood. This is again the mere framing your equation and solving. So if you know this statement, if you know to make out this statement, this equation, then the problem will go smooth to solve. Right? Hope you understood. Let us move on to the last question in this exercise. It's quite interesting. A small terrace at a football ground comprises of 15 steps, each of which is 50 meter long and built of solid concrete. Is built of solid concrete. Each step has a rise of 1/4 meter and a tread of 1/2 meter. Calculate the total volume of concrete required to build the terrace. Right? See, if you see the picture, you will get a better clarity. It is given each step is of long 50 meter. Each step is of long 50 meter, and each step has a rise of 1/4 meter. Rise means the height. Height is going to be 1/4 meter, and a tread of 1/2 meter, which means the width is going to be 1/2 meter. They asked you to find what is the total volume of concrete required to build the terrace. So what are we going to do here is the idea behind this. We will find the volume of concrete required for one step. Similarly for the second step. Similarly for the third step we will find, and then we have to add all the 15 volumes to get the total volume of concrete required. Right? So what this chapter is all about, instead of adding term by term, if we read the sequence and if we come to know it follows certain pattern, and if it is of arithmetic progression, then instead of finding each and every volume 15 times, we will directly use sum to n terms and then we will obtain the answer easily. That is what the concept we are learning in this chapter, right? So that's what we are going to analyze now. What are we going to do? We are going to find the volume of the concrete required for 1, 2, 3 or 3 steps. Then we will check out the sequence whether it's following an AP or not. If we found that it follows an AP, then we can easily find sum to 15 terms by finding A, D and then N. N we know already, which is 15. Right? So that's what we are going to do here. What is volume? Volume of this looks like a cuboid. What is the volume of cuboid? L into B into H. Right? L into B into H. L is going to be 50 meter. What is going to be your height and the breadth? That's what we need to analyze little bit, and then we can proceed with our solution. So what can we infer? Look at this diagram now. Hope you can understand. I'm poor in drawing, right? Yes. So if you take this as your first step, and it is going to be 50 meter for every step, the length is not going to change. But if you see the width, right, if for the first step, if it is going to be 1/2 meter, So the cuboid is going to be this much. So the volume we can find is L into B into H. This height is given as 1 by 4. This height is given as 1 by 4. So L is 50, length is 50, height is 1 by 4. Right, and everything is in meter only, so no need of conversions, and the breadth is half. So multiplying these three, we will come to know what is the volume of the first step, volume of the concrete required to build the first step. If you go to the second step, see, second step concrete, when they won't put only for this remaining portion, they need to build in, right, they need to build in completely, this portion completely they need to build to put the second step. So here the width increases, right, already half meter here and one more half meter they need to extend. So the width has become half plus half as 1 meter for your second step. And what about the height? Height is going to remain same as 1 by 4 and your length is also going to remain as 50. And similarly, when it comes to the third step, see, the height is going to be 1 by 4 only, but the width they need to put completely, right, they need to put cement entirely. So 1 plus 1 more half, so it is going to be 1.5, which is nothing but 3 by 2 meter. But again the length is going to be 50 meter only, right. Hope you understood. So likewise the width changes. So don't blindly write the width as 1 by 2 for everything. Yes. So using this, let us find the volume. So let us get into the solution now. So first let us write, it can be observed that width of the first step is equals to half meter, then width of the second step is half plus half, which is equals to 1 meter, then width of the third step is going to be 1 plus half, which is equals to 1.5, which is nothing but 3 by 2 meter, and goes on, right. And this is our first point regarding width. Then what about the length? Length is equals to 50 meter for all. And height is going to be 1 by 4 meter for all. Actually for each, you should not write for all, for each, right, for each. Yes. Now let us move on in finding the volume. Now we have analyzed what happens to the breadth, length and the height. Now each step is in the shape of a cuboid. So volume of cuboid is LBH, right. Therefore volume of concrete for first step is equals to, your length is going to be 50, breadth is going to be half, and your height is going to be 1 by 4. So which is equals to 225 are 50, right. So 25 by 4 meter cube. Let it be in fraction, because anyhow we are going to find the sum 2 and 15 terms, right. So next, volume of concrete for second step is going to be what it is, L into B. Your breadth has become 1 now, 1 into, and your height is going to be 1 by 4 only, right. So how much it is, 2 2s are, and this is 2 25s are. So 25 by 2 meter cube, right. Let us find one more, so to check whether it is an AP or not. So volume of concrete for third step equals to 50 into third step is 3 by 2 is your width, and your height is going to be 1 by 4. Again 25 times 3 into 25 is 75 by 4 meter cube, and goes on, right. Now let us find, let us denote this as V1, V2, V3, right. Now let us find what is V2 minus V1 now. V2 minus V1 is 25 by 2 minus 25 by 4, which is equals to 4 is our LCM. So multiplied by 2, so 50 minus 25, which is 25 by 4. Right? We got V2 minus V1 as 25 by 4. Now let us find what is V3 minus V2. V3 is 75 by 4 minus V2 is 25 by 2. So 75, 4 is going to be your LCM, minus 25 into 2 is going to be 50. So it is again 25 by 4. So therefore V2 minus V1 equals to V3 minus V2 and goes on. So this implies they are in AP. Right? They forms an AP. So what is the sequence actually? 25 by 4, comma, 25 by 2, comma, then 75 by 4, etc. Right? Up to how many terms? Till 15 terms, because there are only 15 steps. So if we add all the volume, instead of finding 15 times volume and then adding up, we are going with AP here so that we can directly substitute in the formula. Alright. So what is our SN formula now? SN formula is n by 2 times 2A plus n minus 1 times D. We don't know the last term, so we have to go with this formula only. Yes, 15 equals to 15 divided by 2. 2 into what is our A? 25 by 4. Don't confuse with your width. We are talking about only volume. So this will be your first term. Plus 15 minus 1 into your common difference, what we got? 25 by 4. So this is equals to 15 by 2. Let us have the denominator as 4 only, so that adding will become easier. So this has become, or else 25 by 4 also you can take it as common. So 25 by 4, so we got 2 plus 15 minus 1 is 14. So which is equals to 15 by 2. It all depends on how are you performing your calculation. So you can take LCM and then add also, no problem. 14 plus 2 is 16. So 4 4s are 16. Since everything is under multiplication, you can cancel it. 2 2s are, right? So 25 into 2 into 15 you got. So 15 into 25 2s are 50. 15 5s are 75. So 750 meter cube is the volume of the concrete required to build the terrace. Yes. So you have to give your conclusion here. Hope you understood what we did. The only thing you have to analyze, understand the question and then proceed with your problem. Analyze the diagram properly, understand it and then proceed your problem. As I told you, what is the main application of sum to n terms of an AP? Instead of finding, if we have 2 terms, 3 terms, we can find the values and then we can add. When we have a more number of terms in a sequence, instead of finding each and every term and then adding up, we can use SN formula. That's what we have done here, right? Hope you understood. So with this, let us wind up today's class, and even the chapter is getting over. So do exercise 5.4 question number 2 as your homework along with APP, additional practice problem, which I am going to post it in the group. So let us solve few more additional problems. Try by your own. If you have any doubts, ask me, because nothing new to explain again in AP. More or less all the methods we have covered from the NCERT itself, but still I wanted to check your ability in the chapter, so I wanted to give you more problems. Do it by your own. If you have any doubts, ask me, I'll clarify it. So I'll post the additional problems in the group. So along with question number 2 in exercise 5.4, you have to do those problems as homework. Thank you, students.